What's going on, guys? Happy New Year. It's Prajeet from Team VTech. And yeah, we're finally back after a long awaited break. So, yeah, guys, well, Happy New Year 2026. New Year, new opportunities. So, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 2025 overhaul of what we did up to the Civic and what we're planning to do in 2026 revolving the Civic and any new possible builds. So stick around, guys. We gotta change location. I don't want to do it out here in front of everybody. So let's go to the discreet location. We're gonna keep hidden, gatekeep. So yeah, I'll catch you guys at the location in a minute. All right, guys. So I am back. We're in our new secret spot, and this is how the car currently sits. For the whole duration of the video, when we showing the car, I'm gonna be behind the man. These stupid ass train, bro. Come on, man. It's okay. We'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna keep filming. So, for the whole duration of the video, I'm gonna be behind the camera and filming as I broke our stupid tripod. I have no idea how it broke. I went to go pull it out and it split into two pieces, and it doesn't want to go back in. So, I will be filming. If the footage is a little bit shaky, it's because I'm freezing. It's very cold outside. But yes, so this is how the car currently sits. So look at the car, just based off the front end, there's a lot that has changed. So starting off with these beautiful headlights that me and Rashid installed, they're the Spec D, I call them the Lexus style swoosh headlights. So it's the one with the clear lens. They do sell these in a smoked lens version as well. I went for the clear lens just because I felt like it suited better with the color of the car and the overall build that I'm going for. So yeah, the cool fact about these lights is that L that you see over there, that L right there actually is a limit. It lights up. So it's hardwired to our my DRLs, and then from there, as soon as I start the car, let go of the handbrake, it on both my DRLs and the swoosh as well, which I find pretty cool. I personally like how it is, and it gives the car more of a aggressive look, I would say. Moving forward, we did the, I would say they call this the Honda hybrid style. Yeah, the Honda hybrid style logo. So this is what you would see to be on Honda hybrids. I don't have a Type R. I don't have an SI even. So I didn't see the purpose of putting a red badge. And personally, I felt the blue would go well as the car is blue, and it's just going over with the overall theme of what I want to do with the car. So yeah, now that's how my front end looks right now. I personally like how it looks. It looks amazing, looks beautiful, and I think it's what I really wanted in the Civic. So I guess moving to the side now, you can see there is a difference. Why is the car closer to the ground? You might be asking. So earlier in 2025, I ended up blowing all four of my shocks. The rears were blown for a while, but then my front driver's side shock starting to make a noise. And the thing is, for this car, I didn't want to put in a aftermarket strut and an aftermarket shock just because they're gonna fail. The ones in the rear, I replaced them back in 2023, and they failed not even a year and a half later. So I didn't want to keep spending just to cheap out on parts. So I looked at OEM suspension replacements, way too expensive. Didn't see the purpose, and that's when I struck the opportunity to purchase a set of coilovers. So the car currently sits on K2 K1 Street coilovers. They're honestly one of the best coilovers I've had. This is my first set, but compared to other ones I've seen, I would say this is one of the best coilovers you can get for your Honda. I got these at J Spec Performance just before the tariff prices kicked in. So I'm not gonna reveal the price as of right now, but that's when I got them. Install wasn't bad. We didn't have much time when he came installing these, so the first day we just tackled just the front, and then the second day we did the back. And shout out to my buddy Ethan and his brother Jeremy. Those guys are amazing. They're legends. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to install these coilovers, man. But yeah, so in the front, I have a gap between the wheel well and the actual tire, about 2.25 inch. In the back, I'm not sure. We almost maxed it out. We didn't do it too low, but I've driven so far in the winter with these. Haven't had any issues. Haven't got stuck yet, God forbid. But I do have an issue where snow does scrape up against the underside of the car, which was gonna happen just because the car is low now. But in terms of handling and actual durability and overall performance of the coilovers, I really love them. I have them on more of a stiffer setting just because I'm a bigger guy. So I don't like when the car squats to one side. Yes, I am a bigger guy, but I like when my car is even. So they're on almost full stiff with the fronts and the rears being the same dampening adjustments. And yeah, honestly, it doesn't hurt going over bumps. It's honestly going on corners, taking back roads. Honestly, the best feeling in my opinion. And wheels didn't change them at all. They're still the same from last year. Nothing's changed. Tires still the same. Just look at the camera from the side. You notice that my rear quarter is a little bit of a different shade than my doors and my bumper. That's because I got into an accident in September of 2025, and it was actually in the passenger side quarter fender headlight. So the fender along with the headlight was replaced, and the bumper had to get resprayed, and the car was also in for some warranty bodywork. So essentially, the whole car got resprayed, except the driver's side doors, the rear bumper, and the roof. Bodywork was not the best, but it did the job. I'm not gonna reveal who did the bodywork for the car. It's just because I want to protect their business, and it's not fair at the end of the day. So whatever was done is done. Can't do much about it. We just gotta move forward with it. So, with that being said, the car does in some angles look different shades, especially on the driver's side rather than the passenger side. Passenger side looks one uniform color just because it was all sprayed at once. So it's nothing crazy. It is what it is. Can't do much. It's my stupidity for not seeing the car in front of me, but it's okay. It happens. Without so in terms of exterior, I don't have anything else done to the car. Actually, I do have one more thing. So I did the front album, but at the same time, I was like, might as well do the rear as well. So I have the rear Honda album emblem in blue as well, which I did. I personally like how it looks. At first, I was kind of skeptical, but then once I put it on and just cat it off for some time, I enjoyed it over time. But yeah, so in terms of exterior, that's pretty much done with the car for now. And actually, one more one, one more one. I have a Empire Car Club sticker on the back. Shout out to Empire. These guys are upcoming car club in Ontario, based out of the GTA. Give them a follow. Their Instagram is on. I'll link their Instagram below. But yeah, chill guys, and honestly, my I would suggest you guys supporting them. But yes, now to the interior. Interior, don't mind the mess, guys. It's winter here. But interior, the key upgrade that was done was my steering wheel here. I got the steering wheel custom upholstered from the Stitching Army on Instagram. I'll link his Instagram below as well. So we went for nice, I would say nice different. God, can you hear me? Yeah. So we went for a nice different design with a perforated style leather. We did smooth on the top and bottom, and then perforated on the sides with some nice light blue stitching. Honestly, if the car feels, especially when you're driving now, the steering wheel, the grip, it's amazing. I honestly love it. And in terms of driving and comfortability, nothing's changed. But yes, and then moving on to my doors, I did the Acura CSX door card upgrades. So what that is essentially the Agent Civics, which is by the sport package like what mine had. It'll come with the where the leather stitching is. It'll just be a plain plastic insert with a fabric armrest. With the CSX door cards, you do get this fancy strip here as well, along with the leather inserts and then the leather armrest. So I have them done in the front and in the rear as well, which I personally like how it looks. And honestly, it's pretty nice. What else have I done? I've done upgraded speakers in my rear deck, and then as well as my door using DS18 mid-range speakers. Those speakers are typically used in mid-range boxes, tutorial boxes, which is also known as, which is an external box that you could put in your back seat or in your trunk. And usually, if you go to meets, car shows, events, you can put it up on your roof. So, the purpose of doing those speakers is so at least I can hear my vocals more clearly in my audio instead of just the subwoofer overpowering and all you hear is bass. So with that, and honestly, makes the sound quality way better, and even at higher frequencies, loud volume, it's still very very clear with little to no distortion. Yeah, in terms of performance, um, towards the end of the year, my exhaust system took a dump on me. Yes, my stock exhaust muffler fell off, so I ended up upgrading to a nice Yonaka catback system, which is a 2.5 inch system from the front pipe all the way back with a 3.5 inch tip exit. Which honestly, it sounds amazing. It is quiet, but has a nice deep tone, which is perfect for a daily driver, in my opinion. But I'll put some sound clips in below. In right here, we'll put it right here, so then you guys can hear it in lifetime. But yes, as of right now, this is how the car sits. Honestly, I do have a lot planned for 2026. I do have a lot of upgrades that I've purchased and are in storage, which I will be installing once this yucky weather goes away and the weather gets better. You know, because we need some, I would say, above 0 degree weather for the stuff I want to do. So, what are the plans for the year? New wheels, that is a big plan. I want to go up to 17s. So, I would say bigger rim with a smaller sidewall tire. So, I'm thinking going to a so right now we're running 205, 55, 16s. Thinking of going to a 215 or 225, 40. So thinner sidewall, which will allow me to bring the car down just a little bit more in the front to where I don't have rubbing or any other issues. What else are we doing? We do a little bit more performance handling upgrades. Going to be upgrading my front brakes to the Acura TL Type S Brembos on both sides in the front. Um, turns of aesthetic, I may do some more suspension upgrades, maybe K2 lower control arms, ball joints, basically maintenance, but with upgrades, I would say. And in terms of the car, aesthetic wise, I do want to tint the car. Hopefully, this year I can tint it, and I also want to redo these pillars, both both sides. So you see, this one's starting to rust. So with some body work that I can do myself and maybe wrap it, can look really nice, as well as the front windshield cowl. I do want to get that resprayed as well. We'll probably do it around the same time as the trim, so that way everything looks fresh and nice. Um, in terms of aesthetics, one more thing I would like to do is maybe a front lip. Prefer the HFP style front lip, which honestly it's a very subtle, semi-aggressive lip that gives an OEM plus finish to the car. In terms of the interior, I do want to do one big upgrade, which is do the black suede headliner. I initially wanted to do last year, but due to some technical difficulties, I wasn't able to. The reason being is my headliner in the rear and a little bit in the front is starting to sag. So before it comes collapsing on me while I'm driving, I would like to get that replaced, and at the same time, do all A, B, and C pillars painted black and the visors to match. And maybe while I'm at it, might throw in a set of starlights just to make it look nice. Um, Engine upgrades, maybe just an air intake for better airflow. So the engine, sorry, my hands are very cold. Maybe just a engine air filter for better airflow for the engine and a little bit more performance. But yes, that is pretty much about it for the car for this year. So now we're gonna hop into the car and talk about what's the future looking like for Team VTEC this year. So yes, let's hop on in. Okay, so we're back in the car now. We just went over 2025, what we did to the car, and then 2026, what's the upcoming plans for the car. Now with the car being aside, let's talk about what's going on with TV Tech. Why haven't we posted? To be really honest with you, we haven't posted because we've been so busy with school. Rashid started a new program as well, so we're no longer in the same school, which makes it hard for us to schedule timings for us to film together and then to do editing and stuff. It's become very hard. So that's why uploads slowed down. I would say after August, September. So we just haven't gotten around, haven't had time to just film and do our Team VTech stuff. So yeah, with that being said, we're planning this year is to film more. We want to film more, post more content. We do have a couple of builds we're planning on getting this year to add to the channel and go from there essentially. So we have more content to film, more cars to film, more cars to enjoy, and overall to have a great 2026 season. In terms of what I actually had for the Civic, I'll be honest with you. There was a time where after my accident, I thought about getting rid of it. It just at first didn't feel the same as with the accident. Like, do I really want to keep the car? But at the same time, it's just the car has a lot of sentimental value to me. If you guys don't know, this car was originally my dad's car. He bought it brand new in 2009 and then handed it down to me. So the car has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I just couldn't see myself. Fuck, sorry, I dropped the camera. But yeah, I just couldn't see myself without the car. To be honest with you, just the car is kind of as well as Team VTEC's identity in a way. So with that being said, I decided to keep the car, and I'm gonna be building it full time, making this the last winter that I'll be dealing the car. I just don't see the point of dealing it beyond this coming winter, especially with all the stuff I plan on doing to the car. It's just gonna one ruin everything with the saw, and two, it's just gonna make it a little bit, how would I say, unpractical to daily drive after this year. So I am on the hunt for a new daily. I'm looking to actually get into an SUV. I'm looking at either maybe stepping into a Euro SUV like an Audi SQ5, or still staying in the Honda territory with a RDX A spec or even an MDX. Looking for something that we can use for content, and also at the same time something that I can enjoy as a daily driver. I will be taking you guys on the process of purchasing the daily driver, going through test drives and everything. So then that way you guys can also experience what it's like to purchase a daily and everything. Other than that, we just the goal for this year is just have fun, film more, post more, of course, on Team VTech, and just have a great time. To be honest with you. And another thing we want to do is go to more meets. I'll be honest with you. Last year we thought about going to a lot of meets. It's just the way things went. We didn't have time, and when we did have time, the meets we would go to were pretty much almost dead and empty. So this year we wanna change that. We wanna go season openers, mid-season, season closers. We wanna go to a bunch of events, and we wanna film at the same time. So we're looking at upcoming events like Import Fest Toronto, and then different events, Import Fest, and then just regular car meets as well. So be on the lookout for that. We're also planning on maybe vlogging or just daily vlogging stuff we do behind the scenes of what we do outside of Team VTech, and yeah, just have a great time. Um, that's pretty much it for the video. I could say like if you want like there's pretty much nothing else to say. I would say that's why I just keep repeating my words. But in terms of what my long term plan is with the Civic is, I want to case swap it. That's always been the dream. Just to case swap it, manual swap it. I know it sounds insane, but I'll be very honest with you. The way the if I'm gonna buy another like an SI for example, I want to purchase another 8 gen. I just love how 8 gens look, and the overall driving performance and everything is just so perfect in an 8 gen. I couldn't see myself getting a 9 gen even. So with the way the 8 gen market is, the ones you see on Facebook, they're clapped out. They clapped the shit, rusted, which I don't want. I want a clean example, and clean example they want almost the price. It's about the same price as buying a 9 gen or even a 10 gen now. So honestly, just looking at the numbers, some days it makes sense to just case swap this car. Some days I feel, why don't I just buy an SI? But the sentimental value this car has that I have with it, it just for me it makes sense better to swap it and then enjoy the car more. I personally love this car, and even though it's an auto 1.8 liter single cam, I personally enjoy driving the car, just driving it around and everything. So the case swap is in the works. It's just not gonna happen this year for sure. No, maybe next year. The goal is before I graduate, which is gonna be in 2028. So we got 2 years, a little over 2 years. So if I can make it happen, that'd be honestly one of my long term goals accomplished. But yeah, other than that, guys, we're gonna try and get back to our daily uploads. Just getting back to work. As you guys don't, if you guys know, we introduced Alvin and Johnny as well into Team VTech, so we have content with their cards as well. So essentially, we should have content to film. There shouldn't be a day where we're like, what are we gonna film? There should be content, and we're gonna try and become consistent again with our uploads, and we're gonna go with that. So thank you guys for watching. Again, happy New Year. Hope you guys enjoyed your holidays, your long weekends. 2026 is gonna be great. We're gonna make sure everything goes well. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's Brigitte signing out from Team VTech. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know every time when we post. And yeah, also shout out to our channel sponsor, AR Auto Parts, your number one source for OEM secondhand parts. You hit them up on eBay or Instagram or even Facebook. That's it, guys. It's Brigitte signing out. Peace.